Well, certainly very proud of our team and the way they just kept playing and told them after the game, it's football's a great game and you don't know how it plays out. And you just got to keep playing. And I thought our guys did do that. You know, I thought, you know, offensively, we didn't do anything really to get in rhythm the whole first half. You know, we had the first serious 3-and-out, and then I think Trell had the long kickoff return for a touchdown, which was good. You know, obviously a big lift, and then we forced a punt again. We had the fake, and Schobert took it down, and we scored right after that. I thought defense, you know, gave us they did some really good things, our defense, and thought the second half, everyone really kind of played off each other, and we did a better job, certainly the second half than the first half. And, you know, it just it takes a whole team. And I don't think any area, any group, any individual was perfect, but found a way to fight and scratch and claw and get one. I certainly think it was against a good, very talented Maryland team. And yeah, guys just kept playing and appreciate that from the group.
What do you think about Joel's resiliency to have, you know, that poor first half and come back and lead a couple touchdown drives?
It was huge. You know, I thought it was big for us, and he was good. And even, you know, you saw his competitiveness and that resiliency at the end of the game. You know, making sure that we found a way to keep our offense on the field at the end of the game. And I think Joel knew too that it was hard to get into a rhythm. You know, with the way the first half played out, and yet, you know what? We missed our first third down. It was 2-man, and we were just a little late behind on Foom, and you know, he bounced back from the pick. You know, didn't see the whole player, and you know, Joel's that though. I think Joel is resilient and cares a ton about this team. I think he's got enough confidence in himself that he's gonna, you know, he'll find a way, and he'll certainly contribute, you know, in a big way. And I thought he did tonight. And, you know, I thought Alex stepped up for one of those big catch by Jazz on the third down, and it was good. Needed it. Have a lot of guys step up.
Did you make some adjustments at halftime, or did you just execute better in the second?
I don't, you know, I mean, you went through it. We made a couple of adjustments. You know, the first third down was something we just talked about at halftime. Guys went with it pretty good, and yeah, I think we were able to get into a rhythm. You know, there wasn't a lot to adjust the first half because we weren't doing anything. You know, and a couple of them guys were we just got beaten. I thought it was you know, we thought going in it was a heck of a front, and so it was. I think it was better execution. Some of it with some adjustments. And when you know, anytime you go and play it, you get a feel for how they're going to play it. You're going to take some things off the ready list, and you're going to go with some others. And bottom line is, you know, we made some plays, and especially on third down. The first down we had some early ones to kind of change the field position. You know, special teams, we were all over the place. It was interesting. Some big plays and some not really good plays. You know, I think we had 2 opportunities to close out the game. Not close out the game, but make it a three-score game, and we did. And we take the sack on the third down. That's on me. I should have run the ball for positive yards, and hope we get it. And then, you know, thought we had a decent shot and just missed it. But guys kept battling, playing, and it was. We appreciate that from this group. So.
Contributed to the struggles in the run game.
Yeah, I think some of it was numbers, and some of it was, you know, one guy being off. I thought a couple times the back got ahead of a little bit faster than, you know, a little bit of patience would have helped on a couple. And certainly in the fourth quarter we had one where Dari just got ahead of Derek and kind of got ahead of his kickout block. I thought we had a chance there. I thought Ty had a chance on one, and yeah, I thought Typhon did some good things, you know, coming in and running, and so. I think, you know, everyone kind of took their turn. You know, I was disappointed that we had the 5-yard penalty and we had the motion, and we didn't get set, and then the guy could have covered it by not going in motion yet, and all of a sudden you need to get 15 yards to close it out, and we didn't do that. So there's a lot of areas that we can and need to get better, but appreciate what the group did.
Well, sometimes when an offense is struggling in the first half, as yours was, there's a thought to change quarterbacks. Did that cross your mind?
It didn't. You know, I think, like I said, Jeff, I think a lot of it was just the rhythm of the game. You know, we're backed up, so the calls were a little bit different the first drive. And then we trailed them at shows. We hit Dari hits the 20-yarder, whatever that was. I think it was one play after the Shobes' sensational run. And then we got going a little bit was protection. I thought they brought one more than we could handle, and we got to get it out. And it doesn't all just fall on one guy.
What was Corey's situation all week?
Yeah, it was, every day Corey tried to go. And I really felt like Thursday, he did one of those where he just knew kind of before practice. And we'll start with special teams. You can see him kept looking over, and he was trying to get it to go. And really just felt like after Thursday, couldn't give. He didn't think he had it in him to go, and so we made the decision to not take him on the trip and try to take advantage of getting some rehab and try to use this bye week to hopefully get him in position where he can go. But it certainly, each day he went and would start individual, and you could just see it wasn't happening. And Thursday was what we kind of used as the day. If you don't, then
it's no secret. You look at what you did with him last week and some of these more recent weeks, how you struggled to run the ball. Can you run the ball without him, do you think?
I think, Corey's talented, and each week's, it's against different teams, right? And so I think that it's not just like that run game. Rutgers is the same as the run game with Maryland, or for the previous ones. We ran the ball well against Hawaii, and then we'd struggle the next week. There's, but I think that he certainly does add value to our team, and you guys know that, and I thought it was, it was good to get Taiwan back. He adds value, and so it'll be interesting coming off the bye if we, where Austin's at, trailer, and if we can get Steffes back. I think there's a lot of, I thought you guys did a nice job up front, but it wasn't all clean, and so it'll be interesting to see, like I said, who we get back.
What goes into making the decision to go for it on fourth down, deep in your own territory? And kind of a second part of that crazy question, have you ever thought of using Schobert at tailback?
Yeah, every time he comes up to me and says I was a great tailback. I said, I know you were, Joe.
He does that.
He does that?
Yeah. Does
absolutely.
He? Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't want to risk it?
No, I mean,
well,
I don't believe him. No, I mean, I think he's a great football player, right? And he guaranteed that Fake he would get whatever he needed to get, and I think it was all from the blocking. When you think of the whole, look at the whole.
But what goes into the decision then to make that call at that juncture? 7-7.
You think you got it? No, right? I mean, I don't. And we all know if it doesn't work, right? But that's the life that you're in, and trust your players, and it was actually, felt like Schultz could get a yard.
Did you think you had to make a big play at that point? A kind of game-turning?
No, I don't think it was that one. Yeah, that was probably too early in the game. Where I think, like you're saying, well, let's see where it's like you're struggling and you're going. I think had we known we were going to struggle, maybe that was a good move. But I don't know if we'd had enough possession. It was after our second possession, right? But I think it was a good look, and felt confident in the kids executing it.
Is it just soreness with Corey, or is there anything more after he played last week that he's dealing with?
I think it's all pertains to to the original injury.
Can you give your impressions on Jack Sitchy, his performance today at second straight? Really good performance from him after filling in for Chris.
Yeah, no, I thought he did do some. He showed up, and I thought we did a nice job of getting after the quarterback, and had some picks. Tanner had 2, right? And I thought it was a combination of a lot of guys playing well on defense and some big third down stops. But I thought Sitch has done a nice job of preparing, and I think Dave has used him in the right way, especially on some of those pressures. And we needed everyone tonight, I'll tell you that much.
How would you characterize the special teams today? I know you mentioned
Really inconsistent, some big plays, right? And it was a heck of a job. I think it was Drew's last punt. We did a nice job of pinning him down, and then I thought we didn't do a great job on some of our kicks. And yet I thought our coverage units did a heck of a job. We had the nice one, and Jack pinned it down, and Noble were offsides. We just did enough things that made it harder than we would have liked to have. But the guys just kept playing, and it was it's all part of the story that makes up a game, right? But you appreciate it. You look at the last 2, the onside kick. They get it, they're offsides, and then Alex recovers that, and those are big plays.
Last one, what you've been kind of waiting for?
Yeah, it was because Jammer can run, and and he's been. You appreciate a returner that it hadn't always been clean, and keeps going, and it was big for that group, not just for Trell, but I think that whole group that was big for, and it was fun. I thought Derek Strauss did a heck of a job, covering and made a big play, and. We got a lot of guys contributing, and you appreciate that. But anytime a guy can have success, the Trell's name goes on that return. But it's pretty cool, the excitement that all those guys had, and even the ones that weren't on the field. They know what he's doing, and that group's been doing. And I think, we haven't been great in the kickoff returns, and it was good to get one.
Thanks, Coach. And we'll have